Do you have an easy way for people to get to know you without having to hop on a discovery call with you or to book an appointment where they can actually go through, get their questions answered, answer any objections up front, and actually get to know you a little bit more and about how your coaching service can potentially help them? Well, today I'm going to talk about an automated client magnet, is what I call it. It's an easy way for people to get to know you 24/7, even while you're sleeping. They can get into your world, get the information they're looking for, start to build that relationship with you, that bond with you, so that they're ready to hire you even before they get on the phone call with you or a Zoom call or meet with you in person. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through various different options. And the great part about it is that you can really personalize it for your business and your personality and things like that. There's no, one-stop format. Everybody's going to tell you that this is the funnel that you should use, or the best way to do it. It should reflect who you are as a business, your value proposition, and your personality. So I'm going to walk you through kind of a variety of different angles, and there's so many different ways that you can do it. But again, personalize it for you. I'm going to kind of diagram it out and talk through some of the ways that you can do it. But know that for each of your prospects, they kind of have a checklist in their head that they're looking to check off before they even want to get to a discovery call, or like any time of communication with you. They want to feel that level of comfort. They don't want to have an aggressive sales pitch. They want to be able to, on their own time, figure out who you are. Are you the right fit for them? And, it's a great way of kind of continuing the conversation as well. So if I just go back here, I'll just bring up kind of just a diagram that I put together. So thinking about kind of an automated, client magnet, where should this be? This should really be on every major piece within your online community. So it could be everything from on your website. Anytime somebody comes to your website, it should be front and center so that you can capture more of those people coming to your website and actually getting them on your email list and giving them some more information along the way. It should be part of your Facebook profile and LinkedIn profile, so that, again, as people take a look at your profile, read through what you're all about, they can get a little bit more information, even if they don't want to reach out to you or book a call with you right away. And it should be, in terms of your content that you're putting out there in your comments, it's a great way to just continue the conversation. If somebody really enjoys your content, they liked it, they commented on it, and they see that additional link to kind of continue the conversation, to learn a little bit more. Again, most of the people that come to you, like your profile or your online presence, they come to you once, and if you don't capture their momentum right away by providing a link to continue the conversation, then you might miss out on those people right away. But again, by just making it really easy, providing further value, continuing the conversation, you make it really easier for them to keep that relationship going. So they see those multiple touch points, you stay top of mind, and you're more likely for them to become a client over time, whenever that is. So maybe they're not ready to become a client right away, but over time they might get in the right place and get to know you a little bit better, where they're ready to have a conversation or hire you right away after seeing a bunch of your content. So let's kind of talk about, the things that we can do. So like on everything that you do in terms of your online presence, you should have some type of opt-in that's out there. You can have multiple ones, or you could have a single one. But the opt-in is really designed to, as you think about, your clients, your ideal, like the ideal client that you're going after online, like what are some of their biggest problems? What are some of those things that they're really struggling with? And how can you provide some level of value up front to get them moving in the right direction? How can we get people, kind of out of their stagnant place, get them moving so they have some momentum, they're getting towards their goals, but they're also building trust with you because, you finally gotten them momentum. You've gotten them out of their dark place or just kind of a period where they're kind of standing still. So again, it's a great first step. But I talked about it in my previous video a few days ago, kind of thinking about your success path. What is that first step that you can put out there on and really helping people move along the way? So that's really by design. That's your opt-in. That's your headline that you want to put out there. And how do we kind of detail that out? There's tons of ways of doing it. So again, putting your opt-in, whether you're running online ads or not, it's a great place to put on your website, in your profiles, in your content, so that people can check it out. And it also gives them value along the way. So even if they don't actually sign up with you as a client. If you can give them value, that's a great way to get more referrals, to kind of build your reputation, all those kind of things by really giving out valuable information that is moving people along, even if they don't work with you directly. So again, they opt in, they get to some type of valuable information. And here's where you can really personalize it. For everybody, it can be something really short and sweet. Like if I walk through my automated client magnet, it's just a short PDF. It's literally 2 pages that people can go through in a few seconds, and it walks through kind of my success path for how to get 7 coaching clients a month. It walks through kind of my 3-step process for being able to do that. And walking you through that. 2, again, really short, really sweet, and it goes through and gives you that information. But obviously, other people have books, so you can put out a free book, and they pay shipping, or you can just put out a free book that is more like a PDF. You could put a small price tag on it. It could be $5 or $6, or it could be more like a Kindle purchase where you're trying to identify those people over time. Obviously, a book takes a little bit more time. Those people are a little bit more invested if they actually go through that and reach out to you. That might create more qualified buyers, but it might also turn people off that don't have the time and energy to kind of go through a full book along the way. Webinars are a great way to do that, either recorded or live, having people show up. But again, if it's a live webinar, you have to make sure that the times are there. You have kind of that difference between when they opt in and when the actual webinar is. So you're going to lose people along the way. So obviously having a recording and having reminders by email is really important. Other things like just a recorded video training, you can break up that webinar into a series of 5 to 7 videos, or 1 to 3 videos that you can send out via email. Great way to do it, and they can get to know you a little bit more along the way. Another one, again, that's even longer than a webinar. If you think about a webinar like 45 minutes, you could go even longer in terms of like a 3-hour masterclass, and really thinking about and kind of really delivering that expertise, really giving people a preview of what being a client of yours is like by actually giving them value, demonstrating your expertise, and getting them moving in the right direction. Obviously, for people that are watching a masterclass, there is kind of that commitment to go through, maybe a 3-hour masterclass or whatever it is, in the same level that you have a book. But again, those people that actually go through it and eventually reach out to you, they should be a higher qualified client. They should be further along in the process. You're going to have a smaller number, but you should have higher quality type leads along the way. And whatever you produce and anything that you put together in terms of an opt-in, you're always going to have those people that don't actually follow through. They just get distracted by something else, and they don't actually see your opt-in for whatever reason. So for me, it's always having some type of follow-up system. So again, within my automated client magnet, I actually make the assumption that people aren't going to read my PDF. Even though it's 2 pages, it takes not even that much time to actually look at. I just assume that they're not going to look at it. So in that thank you page that I give them, I put a video right there in front of them, where I put a special offer in front of them, where through a series of a couple different bonuses, but also kind of a special call that I've put together to really get to know them a little bit better. And in that video, I kind of demonstrate my expertise. I tell them a little bit more about what I'm about, how I became a marketing strategist, and why that's important to them, and how it can potentially get them the solutions. So in a way, I'm kind of giving them a little taste of the lead magnet, even if they don't see it. I kind of go through the different sections, why each of them is important, and kind of lead to the option of, if you want faster results, and if you want to get to your end destination quicker, here's this offer. So again, putting offers in front of those people that have opted in is a great way to kind of speed up the process a little bit more. But having some type of follow-up along with that is really important. So there's kind of 2 sections here. You can see on the diagram, kind of on the left-hand side, one of the things that, I don't use it for my own client magnet, but plenty of other business owners use, is kind of that text message automation. So putting out something with softwares like ManyChat. You can do this within Facebook Messenger as well. It's a great way to, again, if the person isn't ready to get on a call with you, you can kind of start that conversation via text message or Facebook Messenger, kind of get to know them a little bit better. You can demonstrate your expertise, kind of bind with them a little bit more, and that'll get them further along in the process. And again, it might be something that you continue that text message conversation or messenger conversation over a period of days, weeks, months, until they're ready to, get to the point where they're ready to hire you. And on the other side, you can see on the other side is kind of an email sequence. So again, your prospects have this checklist in their head of what they need to know. So you can put out an email sequence, typically around 7 to 10 emails that kind of introduces yourself, share some of those success stories, and really kind of building up, again, a little bit more about your success path and how that is important to getting them to, the promise that they want the most, that kind of key benefit that they're looking for the most. You can answer some of their frequently asked questions. You can handle any objections up front. So again, like once they get to a call with you, kind of a lot of that information is already checked off. They have a lot of that stuff. So when they do get on a call with you, it's more for you to kind of qualify them and seeing if they are the right person that you actually want to be spending your time with and things like that. So that kind of changes around your business in that, you're getting this free flow of leads that are coming through. They're very much qualified. They have all the information that they need to know. It's kind of like breaking up that sales call into a series of emails, lead magnets, whatever it is, so that they have all the information that you would actually cover in a sales call. So it lowers the pressure for you. So the people that actually do sign up, they're more likely to sign up as a client, and it makes your job a lot easier along the way. And again, your job just becomes qualifying that person. Is this somebody I want to be spending time with? Are they worthy of the client spot that I have out there? So really think about it in that way. And then again, as we go a little bit further down this diagram, the one thing that you should also do is end the whole thing with an application. Again, even before you get on a sales call, the next step, below this would be a sales call or a discovery call, whatever it is within your process. It also could be just a Facebook Messenger back and forth. After they fill out an application, you could ask them a series of other questions, or your VA could ask them a series of questions to get a better sense of, okay, is this somebody that I want to allocate my time to in terms of a discovery call or that next step there. So have people fill out those questions and make them give you more information after you've given them a lot of valuable information about you, your process, and things like that. So somebody that's willing to go through an application, whatever it is, 5 questions, 10 questions, is more likely ready and willing to sign up with you as a client. It also improves your process as well. So, you're not coming into that conversation blind. So you have a good sense of where they're at, what else they might have tried, all those things. Really thinking about really strategically about those questions that you have out there can make the whole process that much easier. So you can kind of start. Again, we're trying to start that relationship, go from complete stranger to a warm lead that makes it really easy to sign up as a client along the way. So again, your automated client magnet is something that you can design and personalize in many different ways, but go out there and kind of design it. And again, one of the things that you can do is kind of bypass this whole process here. Like one of the things that you could do is go into an opt-in and go straight to an email sequence if you're looking for. So, think about that personalization and what makes sense for your business, and how you can deliver value for people and get them closer to signing up with you as a client versus being a complete stranger and just hoping on those sales calls that you can convert them, within 15 or 20 minutes, make it a little bit less pressure for you, and make the whole process a little bit more enjoyable for your potential clients as well.